What's up, Haunt Seekers? It's Casey.
And Michael.
And today we are back with our top 5 haunted houses ever. Keep watching to find out what our top 5 are. Remember that this is our opinions, and you may have your opinions, but you are wrong. Alright, so before we even get to top 5, I know we're going to make you wait even longer. We're going to do an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, so, honorable mention.
We have honorable mentions because obviously we got the runners-ups.
Let's do like 2 honorable mentions, honestly.
Okay, so 2 honorable mentions. 1 honorable mention would honestly have to be, one would be Big Top Terror.
Okay.
I think
at Fright Fest, right?
Yeah, at Fright Fest at Six Flags Great America.
Yeah.
Good nights, it is fantastic.
Good nights are insane there.
And it's amazing. On bad nights, it's mediocre. It's okay.
I would agree.
The funhouse area, you can get lost in there for a little while, and it's great.
Yeah.
But that's my honorable mention. What's your other honorable mention? Because I know ours is the same.
Yeah, we have one similar honorable mention. My other one's going to be Infected at Six Flags Great America Fright Fest. It was new for 2019, and that thing is packed with theming. I think it's the best themed haunted house that Great America's done for Fright Fest. Mm-hmm. The problem with it is it took the spot of Massacre Medical Center, which was a short house, so this is also a little short. It felt long, though.
It did.
But just because you weave in and out of the scenes more, like the finale, they take you through all the different parts of it. But I don't know, it's got great theming. It uses some other types of scares that some other houses don't do, like the light and sound ones. But I don't know, I thought it was good. It's just a little bit too short.
Yeah. And then the other one is Hellfest. Which is a 1-year exclusive house that was for the movie premiere in 2018, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And it was at Six Flags Great America, and I think they had one at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and those were the only 2.
They did. Mm-hmm.
And so it was a 1-year special. They just basically converted it to 13th Order, which is now the house. But Hellfest, in my opinion, was the better version. I liked it. It was the OG. It had more, I don't know, I feel like
it's more intense, I'll say that.
And the effects were working more there. They did their best with it, especially because I think it was a movie promotional.
Yeah, for Hellfest, I remember it started off, the first room, had one of those strobe scares in it. And then from there, it's just intensity until the final scene, which the final scene was really good for Hellfest, and it's still good with 13th Order. So,
All right. Now, to our
top 5.
Michael, you can start.
Oh, okay. My number 5 is, coincidentally, 13th Order. The sets in 13th Order are way bigger than all the other ones at the Six Flags houses. I know the final one, it's like a 20-foot high set, they said, and it looks really cool. And the premise of it is it's like a cult, and you kind of wander into the woods, and you just come across them, and you're trying to escape or whatever. That's what they say. I think the acting there was spectacular for Fright Fest. They really got into their roles, and they're in the doll room. I know the actor there would talk to you a little bit. So good for Fright Fest standards. Again, it's a Six Flags house, so it's 5 minutes at best. But they do pack in a lot of theming, and I really like it.
Yep. So my number 5 is actually Infected, because I think that is superior to 13th Order, and honestly, I like all the theming and stuff, and there are some really good scares because they have some sliding doors and stuff, and I just like the theming, they put a lot of effort into that, which you could tell. So, and that's why I really liked it. They had real elevator doors, an elevator hallway. So Six Flags definitely put a lot of effort into that one.
It's definitely an improvement from Massacre Medical Center. All right, my number 4, actually both of our number 4, is Midnight Terror in Oak Lawn.
Yes, I think this was an excellent haunt.
This one surprised me because I didn't go in with any expectations, and I heard it was good. And I also heard it was family run though, so I was like, well, how good is it going to be? But it caters to everyone's scare level, honestly. It's not overly scary. but it does have some, and some of the like pressure sensors that activate the triggers, some of them are pretty obvious, so you could kind of get prepared.
Yeah. Or you could scare another person in your group with them because they activate at
Yeah.
different times, which is always fun. And
It's
they
fun.
do have smells in there.
I love the smell in the toilet room.
Yeah, they have smells. And then they have nice interactive features, like you have to crouch at different times because the ceiling will get super low
Yeah.
and stuff. And so like, and it's pretty long, which is nice because
It was like 15 minutes about.
Yeah, you
but
wave.
it felt longer.
Not wave. You weave in between a lot.
The one set that was like a city, you went in and out like crossing the
That was
street
really
multiple
cool.
times into shops.
I really like that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And it does have a surprise finale because you exit the building and you're just like, oh, well, that's cool. We just went through like 2 different themed sets and it was all good.
Wait.
And then Chainsaw Alley.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ends with a bang and it's real cool all the way through. Awesome theming.
Number 3 for me. Hold up. I got to check because, wait, I'm going to remember it.
I can start number 3.
Oh, I know it. I
Okay.
think ours are the same. They both start with an M, right? Or no, they don't. They don't.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Number 3 for me is Massacre at, I don't know where it is. I don't keep
Montgomery, Illinois.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, this is the most technological advanced house we've been to. They have a real sorry, not gonna spoil, but it is really
the ending is insane.
The ending is amazing.
It's not really scary.
Yeah, but the one of the effects, I still don't know how they got it to like work, if it was like a turntable or something. So it was really confusing and I really enjoyed that house. And it left me a little underwhelmed scare wise, but I definitely think effects, it was top notch, insane, amazing. I loved it. So yeah.
My number 3 is Basement of the Dead in Aurora. Awesome location. It's right in downtown. It's next to the casino, which is like right on the riverfront. So you're already getting in the party mood. And then in the courtyard, they got like a freaking DJ, which was awesome. It was so cool. And everyone was just having a blast. And like I said in the detailed review, it contrasts to the crazy intense haunted house that's like in the basement.
Yeah.
It had the spider tunnel, which was definitely a memorable moment for me because I was not expecting them all to move at once.
A lot of moving parts as well.
Yeah, so I feel like this one utilized animatronics, but they utilized them really well. Like there's ceiling ones, wall ones, and there's like some other cool effects. Most of the effects are in Shattered, I think, though, which is the second 3D section.
But it was really cool. I enjoyed Basement. And my number 2 is Basement of the Dead. So it's a really good haunt, and it ranks super high in my list.
Yeah, I'd love to go back eventually, just because the whole atmosphere,
Atmospheres.
Probably not for 2021, but I would like to go back.
Yeah, I would think maybe at some point. I think if they got some major upgrades, that would be cool.
Add some actors, and it'll add some actors. It might be my number 1. Who knows?
They need a little bit more. They need a few more actors, and then it would
but everything else they did there was really well. It's more of a technical house, and I think they executed it well. But a technical house that was executed better is my number 2, which is Massacre.
Which we obviously
already kind of talked about a little bit. I'd like to delve into the first parts because Casey, you talked about the really technically superior ending.
Yeah.
The first part.
It was a really good balance between like animatronics and actors and stuff. Like
I would say so.
It was a good balance.
The first part, it starts off a little slow because you're just kind of going through some dark hallways. You hit the first scene and everything's just 0 to 100 until the end.
Yeah, it's one of the best. It's great.
Yeah, like Casey said, there are 3 parts. There's the main house massacre. There's like a second part, which is, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a clown portion. And then that one's more effects, like practical effects. And then the third section is the underground, which is really cool.
The clown section's more illusion effects, obviously, because that's what a lot of clown sections are.
The floor, and then there's some like air blasts and stuff. But I want to talk a little bit about the first section because It had
Yeah.
two of my favorite scenes actually for 2020, which the first one
Mhm.
was the swamp. So
Mhm.
well executed.
The floor is crazy in the swamp.
That's the best swamp effect I've seen in a house because actors are just going in and out of the fog, and it's
I
so
love
so
it.
well
It's so
executed.
good. And it looks really cool,
Yeah.
just the way
They
that
have a freaking dinosaur in the jungle too. That's
yeah.
awesome.
And that house is extremely claustrophobic. So if you especially
It's got some
yeah,
really tight tunnels.
especially in the jungle section. So obviously if you're
Yeah.
claustrophobic, you probably shouldn't go to a house, but
Uh-huh. But just like if you're over like 6'6" or something, you might hit your head. So
yeah, so be careful.
and then the one other thing is I think it has the best church scene I've seen. It was just really big
Oh yeah.
walking into it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Um,
completely forgot about that scene.
it was
Wait,
awesome actually. With
maybe
the
that was
you
I
walk
don't know.
into it and then there's like the goat head that comes out of the wall, but then you walk into the church and there's a giant statue of the devil, you know? And it's
Yeah,
just so cool.
it's really cool. They
Yeah.
pay attention to detail a lot there.
Massacre has awesome sets. Midnight Terror
Hmm.
does too, but like
All right. For
time for our number
numero
one.
uno.
And it's the same one. I think you may have expected it for a while, but
Yes, we love this haunt.
oh my god. This
It
is
is
the I
amazing.
think this is the only haunt I've been to so far I would consider in the elite category. Like the others are kind of
Hmm.
close, but this is
This
right up.
one is just like blow your mind, like just insane. The amount, like how intense it is
This
just
one
crazy.
it's a balance of intensity, a balance of creepiness, a
Hmm.
balance of startle, and a balance of just the ambiance of being where you are.
Hmm.
And this house is Evil Intentions in Elgin,
Oh my
located in
gosh.
the Casket Factory.
Like having over like
Perfect set.
200 actors in
It is
one
a
house.
perfect set. Well, it was like
It
a
is so
hundred.
good. But
It was like
like,
100.
oh my gosh, the
It
last
felt
room
loaded.
with 15 actors in it coming at you for all
Hmm.
directions and the coffin maze. Oh my gosh. Pre-shows, two pre-shows.
There are
I
two
love it.
pre-shows.
This
The first one's a little claustrophobic, but if you could get
yeah,
past that, super cool
it is
house.
so good. I love it.
And the thing is, it's not one of those warehouse haunts where it's like you get a warehouse so you can make like 30-foot high sets. They
Yeah.
used the building and its history as the story and the set and the centerpiece of this absolute masterpiece of a haunted attraction.
It is so good. Evil
Because yeah,
Intentions is just like blow your mind
it's not
intensity.
just a haunt. Like you get to
Yeah.
learn about this, like the area and what happened, and we already went into depth about that, but it just adds to the overall experience being in like the basement levels of this building, and it's so cool.
I just love Evil Intentions. I can't imagine.
I guess the only thing I have with it, and this isn't really a major complaint,
Hmm.
um, add in some practical effects because I don't think they
Yeah.
need animatronics. But besides one air blast, I don't think they had like moving
Yeah.
floors or anything. So
If they had moving floors, it
if
would
the
be like
elevator worked, it would be a
okay.
10 out of
So
10.
if they if they've managed to get like because the elevator like they don't need to like have it actually function and like it
Yeah,
goes up a floor, but if it like moved around and like go up and then maybe drop a little,
yeah, it add to the
that would be
experience.
it would just be cool.
Hmm.
So honestly, Evil Intentions is just insane.
Our number one for now, we'll see
Q
in 2021.
Q is amazing. I love it. I just can't I can't believe that it's so good. So that
Yeah,
will wrap up this video.
it's our top 5 from
Mhm.
2020. Comment what you've thought. If you have different opinions, cool.
Wrong.
No,
You're
just tell us what
obviously
they
wrong.
are
Yeah,
because
we would like to hear
our
the
opinions
comments.
have mixed
Mhm.
around actually before this video. I had to switch them
Yes,
up. So
and going to a new house will like totally like it will give you a new perspective on each house that you visit, and like it
yeah,
just adds a whole different experience because each house is so unique and it's so amazing. So I encourage you to get
yep.
as many as you can. It is amazing. I love haunted houses.
All
So
right, Casey. I'm gonna
thank you
throw
for
a
watching.
curveball at you.
What?
This isn't the end. I had another idea.
What?
Um, this is just for fun, purely for fun. But I want to know some of your top moments from 2020 for the
Top
haunt season.
moments for haunt
Just
season.
yeah,
Okay.
just for fun.
Obviously, our friend, whenever there would be a step pad on the floor, we would always make them go first, and there'd be a step step pad on the floor, and they'd be like, step on it. And so we obviously would step on it, and then they would freak out, and it's just amazing. So those were amazing moments.
Yeah. For me, I think I know one moment, it's not, I don't know if it's memorable, but I got introduced to my biggest scare ever, which was the massacre truck horn. Like,
Oh my
I don't know.
God.
I don't know why that got
That
me so
is-
much, but it just came out of nowhere, and I just like felt numb for like a full second.
That sound is so loud. It will like
Oh yeah,
ruin your
especially when you're
eardrums.
waiting for the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh my gosh, it is so good.
Another moment, I guess, was
Waiting an hour and a half for an SBF spinner.
yeah, at Bangston's Pumpkin Farm, and that place is actually so much fun.
It is.
They got some
I love
cool
it.
rides. Just
Mhm.
don't wait an hour for a kiddie coaster like we did
Yeah, twice.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and obviously my first time through Evil Intentions, I think as
Mhm.
soon as I stepped out the door, I knew this was something special. So
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
yeah, leave your comments down below. We'd like to hear your opinions on haunted houses that you've visited, or if
or
you'd
just
like
any
to
other
visit.
fall attractions.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see you in our next video. And it's been Haunt Seeking.
Peace.